Hello, Sylvia here, nutrition and fasting coach. Welcome. Today I wanted to ask you something. Have you ever Googled what foods to avoid in menopause or perimenopause? Because honestly, it's one of the questions that is searched the most right now by women in their midlife. And honestly, the answers out there are all over the place. Some places say all carbs, others say cut out the fats, and then some will scare you, don't eat after 6 p.m. And it's just overwhelming, and I totally get it. So today I wanted to cut through all the noise and give you a clear, hormone-aware answer rooted in real science. Because what you eat during menopause is not the same as what worked for you when you were in your 30s. Your body has changed, your hormones have changed, and your nutrition needs to change too. So, why food matters more in menopause? So first of all, I want you to understand that this topic is so important right now because during perimenopause and menopause, estrogen drops, and estrogen was doing a lot of heavy lifting in your body. It was helping regulate your blood sugar, protecting your bone density, managing your sleep, and help keep inflammation in check. When estrogen declines, your body becomes more sensitive to the foods you eat. Things that used to just roll off your back, like a bowl of pasta or a glass of wine on a Friday night or a sugary coffee drink, it hits you differently now. And you might notice that the weight start creeping up, especially around the midsection. Your blood sugar swings leave you either exhausted or just craving sugar by 3 p.m. Hot flashes getting worse, especially after certain meals. And bloating that just never goes away. And don't forget about the mood swings. So if any of this sounds familiar, this is just signals from your body. And once you learn to read those signals, you can actually do something about them. So let's talk about the 7 foods to avoid or minimize during menopause and perimenopause. So number 1 shouldn't be a big surprise to anyone. Added sugar. Yep, especially the hidden ones. Sugar spikes your insulin, which disrupts your already challenged hormonal balance. It also feeds inflammation, and inflammation is the root cause of so many menopause symptoms, including joint pain, brain fog, bloating. So the sneaky part of this is that sugar hides in places that you don't even expect. So flavored yogurts, granola bars, the healthy protein shakes, salad dressings, whole grain bread. So I always tell my clients to read those ingredient lists and identify the sugars. There's so many different names for sugar that we need to put our investigator glasses on looking at this. And then if there's something that ends in OSE, it's likely a sugar. So this includes also like fruit juice and syrups and all these things. So number 2, this shouldn't be a surprise neither. Alcohol. I know, hear me out. Alcohol disrupts your sleep. And during menopause, sleep is already under attack from everywhere. Night sweats, hormonal shift. It triggers hot flashes for many women and increases cortisol. So cortisol, as you might know, is your stress hormone. And elevated cortisol tells your body to store fat, especially in your belly. So I'm not saying never, but if you're struggling with symptoms, paying attention to how alcohol is affecting you might be worth it. All right. Number 3, ultra processed foods. I'm talking about the chips, the fast food, the packaged snacks, frozen meals. You know, those frozen meals, they're loaded with sodium and preservatives. And these are inflammatory by design. They're engineered to override your satiety signals so that you eat past your fullness. And during menopause, your gut microbiome also shifts, which affects your estrogen metabolism. Ultra-processed foods disrupt your gut health, which disrupts your hormones, which disrupts everything else. It's a domino effect. So the ultra-processed foods gotta go. They gotta go. Number 4. This one is closely linked to number 3. It's the refined carbohydrates. I'm talking about the white bread, the white pasta, the white rice, the pastries. These all act like sugar in your body. They spike your blood sugar just like sugar will. And they cause this insulin surge, and then they leave you crashing and craving more. So the fix is not to cut carbs entirely. You want to choose smarter carbs, like beans, lentils, sweet potatoes, whole grains, that give you fiber and a slower energy release. All right, ready for number 5. All right, this one is gonna hurt some people. Caffeine. Yep, caffeine is not the enemy, but too much of it, especially later in the day, can worsen hot flashes, disrupt your sleep, and spike your cortisol. I see so many women using caffeine to push through fatigue, not realizing it's creating a cycle that makes fatigue worse. So 1 or 2 cups of quality coffee in the morning is usually fine. 3 or 4 cups spread throughout the day, you might want to take a look at that and tweak that a little bit. All right, number 6. So this one is a little nuanced. I'm talking about soy, processed soy. So fermented soy like tempeh and miso is actually fine for most women, but highly processed soy protein isolate, soy milk in large quantities, heavily processed soy-based meat substitute can act as phytoestrogens and potentially disrupt your natural hormone balance. So whole minimally processed soy in moderation is different from protein bars that are stuffed with soy isolate. You know, it's context matters, and going for organic soy, I'll always recommend that. But this is also something that you need to check in with your body and see how you feel when you eat soy. All right, number 7. This is last but not least, absolutely not least, because I'm talking about the inflammatory oils, the seed oils, like vegetable oils, like canola, soybean, sunflower, corn oil. These are all very high in omega-6 fatty acids. And when you're consuming far more omega-6 than omega-3, we should be at a 1-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. But most people today are 15-to-1 or 20-to-1 favoring omega-6. And that promotes inflammation all throughout your body. So swap those out for olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, butter, grass-fed butter or ghee. Small shifts that just make a real big impact. All right, let's talk about what to eat, because I don't want to leave you here not knowing what to eat. So we're eliminating a bunch of things. I don't want to leave you hanging. So let's talk about what we can add in. So For every meal, there's always going to be this one priority, and that is your protein every meal. And I'm talking about the eggs, the chicken, the salmon, the lean meats, the Greek yogurts, legumes, quinoa, the organic tofu. Protein protects your muscle mass. It stabilizes your blood sugar and keeps you full. All right. Second one is leafy greens. The spinach, kale, arugula, all of them. You know, get a variety, mix it up. Packed with magnesium, which many menopausal women are deficient in. So, next one is healthy fats. Don't fear the fats. So you want avocado, walnuts, olive oil. These fats, these healthy fats, support your hormones and your brain. And next one is fiber-rich foods. Beans, lentils, berries, flax seeds. The fiber feeds your gut microbiome and help clear excess estrogen from your body. And lastly, you want to get all the anti-inflammatory foods. Turmeric, berries, wild salmon, sardines, all great choices. And if you want a structured starting point, I have a free resource that covers 5 of my favorite foods for thriving through perimenopause and beyond. Drop Thrive below in the comments and I'll send it your way. But there's one more piece I wanted to talk about. So how fasting fits into this. And this is something that most nutrition advice out there, they leave this out. When you eat matters just as much as what you eat. So hormone-aware intermittent fasting helps your body lower insulin. It reduces inflammation and gives your digestive system a break. When combined with those right foods that I just talked about, it can be a game changer for menopause symptoms. Belly fat, energy, sleep, mood, all of it. So, and this is important. Fasting needs to be done right for women over 40. Not like your husband is doing it, or the one meal a day that many people are doing. You see it on social media all the time. Hormone-aware fasting is strategic and gentle, and it works with your body, not against it. It's not forcing anything. So I want to hear from you. Which one of these 7 foods surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. If you're ready to stop guessing and actually start feeling better, I'd love to have a conversation with you. I offer 30-minute free consultations that are no obligation whatsoever. We just want to chat and see what works for you. And I just had a big announcement on my profile today, where I announced the 2 new ways that you can work with me. And you can head over to my profile and watch that video, or you can also drop a video below and I will send you the link. So until next time, you got this. I'll see you.